Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 81. You can find me online everywhere as Carolien, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, the works. I have an Etsy shop, carolien.etsy.com or colourfulcreativity.nl, and there is a Ravelry group for the podcast and my yarn, which is the Colourful Creativity group, and you can find it in the group section on Ravelry. So welcome everyone, welcome back to all returning viewers. And a very warm welcome to all new viewers. I hope you like it here. Stick around and hit the subscribe button. If you hear weird noises, Binks and Laia are in the sun in the window and they are not agreeing with each other. They are biting and they are trying to wash each other and somehow also biting. And I am sitting like line of sight, so I have the right view on that side, but I cannot interfere too far away, so I have to let them fight it out. If it's loud, I'm sorry, can't do anything about it. As you can see, I changed my settings where I am. I am back in my orange and red chair, the one most of you will know so well. That's because it's afternoon, it's almost 4 p.m. and the sun is shining brightly on the other side of the room, and I was all orangey, glowy, stuffy. The colors are still not perfect, but it's a lot better than on the other side. So I was like, oh well, I'll just go and grab my camera and sit somewhere else. I just want to record now. I've been putting it off for a few days because I wasn't feeling up to it. Too much renovation stress, other things going on, social lives with birthdays and moms, etc. So it's gonna happen now. Robert is gonna have a late day at work, probably. He had to come home just 3 hours ago. The guy who's gonna do the tile flooring had to come by today to check out how the floor looks and go over all the plans we have. And yeah, he should have come yesterday, but it didn't work out with his plans and he could finish a job he was at. And well, I'm not going to be the tough one that says, no, I want you here at that time, on that day, per se. If it's also okay and we are flexible. I mean, I want him to do nice work here as well, so I have to keep him as a friend and not immediately say, no, I really want him to do it because he's really good at his job. So, and he's gonna fix our problems with the big tear in the floor. So fingers crossed that all works out. Enough renovation talk for now. Maybe later I'll tell you a little bit more. But for now we're gonna go into knitting. And there has been not as much, but still quite some. I have a finished object. Ta-da-da-da! A pair of socks. A pair of Smock socks. Let me put a blocker in here. I only have one blocker, so that will have to do. Here you go. You can see the Smocks nicely. I will twist it a bit so you can see it a bit better. You have big Smocks on the sides and then little Smocks here making X and O patterns. And this was the first, no, not the first round, the qualifying round of Sock Madness. And here on the heel flap you continue the Smocks as well, the big ones. The small ones are out and this is ribbed. And then there was an option for the toe to go on with the Smocks, but also for the toe to be ribbed. I went with ribbed because I don't like it when something is on my toes. So yeah, this was qualifying round Sock Madness. Pattern is called Smock Madness and is by Elizabeth White. I've knit more patterns by her and she makes really gorgeous patterns. The yarn I used, this is probably showing it best, is Colourful Sock, a hand-dyed one by myself, and this is one of my experimental just throw some dye on it skeins. I think this might have been the experimental one for dragon fruit, but I'm not sure. I just went into my stash and got me some yarn. So yeah, I'm very happy. I knit these on 2.5mm higher sharps. Pattern suggests 2.25 to meet gauge. I did not want to meet the exact gauge because I want them to fit me. These are the smallest size, so 66 stitches, and since I'm usually 64 stitches, this worked out perfectly fine. Gauge of the smock is not that tight if you pay attention what you do. Smock stitches is like you get your stitches off, you twist the yarn around it, you put your needles back on and you knit them. So if you have that loop around it too tight, then it will cinch in, but otherwise it will just be stretchy because it's kind of ribbed. There's as you can see inside the big smock, knit, purl, knit, and purls around it, so it is ribbed basically. It was absolutely a fun knit, and I cast on with something else before I showed you last time, and I'm very happy I switched my yarn to this. I finished this in 8 days, so perfectly qualified for Sock Madness. Of course, yay! That brings us actually another pair of socks. This is in a Knit and Stitch Bits bag, round 1 of Sock Madness. Because I qualified, I am now a member of Team Yummy Yakutian. I have no clue if I pronounced that right, but well, it sounds okay. Yakutian. The theme this year for the team names is dogs. So they have all these wonderful dog breeds, and teams go from A, the slowest, to Z, the fastest. And with Yummy, you can guess, I'm in Team Y. And that means I'm in the second to fastest. Yeah, when I signed up, I already emailed, because that's what you do. You give them an idea of your speed, your confidence, your experience, and the amount of time you have. So I already said, well, I'm gonna be in a renovation of my house, so it's probably gonna be stressful. I have no clue where I'm gonna be because some days I can't even go into my house. You know what? You can use me as cannon fodder. And cannon fodder in Sock Madness is you get placed in a team that's faster than your comfortable speed. Like I can knit a pair of socks in 8 days. The faster teams can knit a pair of socks in 15 hours or maybe a day. So nowhere near am I gonna make it. But if I would have been in a slower team, like my own speed, I absolutely would have no time at all to be active and to knit the socks in the given time and participate. So I would be taking a place from someone who would have a shot at winning. And that's why I said, you can use me as cannon fodder, and well, they did. And half my team is cannon fodder because, well, we've got lives and we can't just focus on knitting all the time. So I'm absolutely fine with that. The funny thing is, first round, we are 36 of us are gonna be into round 2, and everything more from the team is out. But we're only 36, so everyone who finishes this pair is actually in. So it doesn't matter if I knit slow this one. And I'm very happy with that because, well, I'm gonna make it to round 2 if I just keep knitting. And well, the pattern came out on, oh, well, yesterday morning, Thursday. I am losing track of my days. It's so hectic here. So Thursday at 8:45 a.m. Dutch time, Amsterdam time, so middle of the night in the US, which was very nice. The pattern designer is a Belgian woman, I think. That's what I saw on her Ravelry handle. The pattern that came out is called Demogorgon's Lair. So Demogorgon for all the Stranger Things fans. Here you cannot see anything because it's lace and this is black and white, but I hope that this will help. I really, really, really love it. It has a very special cast on. I will pop in the sock blocker sideways to show you. I'm not sure if you can see it. I heard some people call it a star toe, but I remember star toe being a bit different. But we used a crochet magic circle to cast on. And I've never done that before and I really, really like it. It looks really, really neat. And I still have to really pull it tight and then sew in the end, but I'm gonna do that later, of course. Yeah, this is the first toe up in a while, I think I'm knitting, but I'm enjoying it. So lace, and this side just plain, of course. I'm saying of course, but of course I didn't pay attention, and actually the first round I did the lace on the bottom of the foot as well. Seriously? Yeah, seriously. So I had to do some fidgeting and fix it. So I dropped down the stitches that were making up the pattern and the rest I could just leave. I have just done 2 repeats of the pattern. This is going to be a fraternal pair. So this is sock A, or the left sock. And sock B, the right sock, is different. It has a bit of a different lace. So you have like the upper world and the underworld, like in Stranger Things, how it works with Demogorgon. I don't want to spoil too much of Stranger Things for those of you who haven't watched it all. I'm actually very excited for season 3 to start someday soon. This yarn is an overdyed yarn. It's an undercover otter golden oldie, really old sock base she had. And the colorway was called Atragon. And when I was making my dotted race, I was looking at yarn and I dyed this one to be the next one, but I was already finished by then. So this one never made it into my dotted race. And yeah, well, now it is making it into these wonderful socks. And I see it as a collaboration of Petra and me. And I really cherish the yarn. She dyed it first and I dyed it later. So the yarn is not lost and it's still absolutely gorgeous. I am knitting these on High Sharps 2.5mm again. 64 stitches, the medium size. Medium size is the minimum size you have to knit for Sock Madness, and I know 64 stitches is perfect for my feet. And this lace is good, stretchy, kind of like just knitting a normal plain vanilla sock. So that's absolutely fine. Yeah, what can I say? I'm probably gonna finish these in 2 weeks if nothing goes wrong. I'm enjoying it and I'm just gonna relax and take my time and not get my shoulder to hurt too much again. It's getting a lot better actually. Only in the morning when I have been sleeping on this side, it's a bit rough, but nothing a little exercise and a little physiotherapy can't fix. So next up is a project I have to be careful with, because it is just like this. I didn't put it in a project bag. It's so small, and I just put it in my cart. Nice and easy. In an undercover otter needle cozy, I have the beginnings, or almost the end actually, of a Gnome de Plume hat. So here it is. The Gnome de Plume is a knit-along, and I only know her Ravelry and Instagram name. It's Imagined Landscapes. I don't know the real name of the designer, and I don't have the pattern because I have that on my little tablet in Knit Companion, so you will have to make do with this. I will probably have put the name on screen already. The marker is just showing me which one is the first DPN. I have knit these on DPNs all the way. I do have lettering like almost everyone else, because this is reverse stockinette, and that makes it even more visible. Like the stockinette side is fine, but I hope you can see it here, what I mean. There it is. You can exactly see where the lettering is, but I don't mind. So the next clue is already out, and I haven't finished the second clue. The second clue is finishing the hat and adding a little leaf to it. But yeah, oh well. Sock Madness was a bit more important in my designing as well. So this one will be someday finished. I am knitting these on 2.25mm Xiaogu DPNs. And I am knitting this with some leftover yarns, and I think this is opal sock yarn. I think this is from my mom, but I'm not even sure. Maybe I have knit a pair of socks with it, and I just can't remember, but I think it might have been my mom. So, and yeah, this is, I wanted it to be in hand spun, but I just didn't have enough of the minis that I had spun, and with my shoulder I couldn't spin extra with my drop spindle because that would hurt too much. So, oh well. Leftovers is also nice. Then I have a brand new project bag that I really have to show you. There's more in the acquisitions, but I had to use this right away. Look at this one. This is a teacup bag by Paisley Ducky. Here you go. Paisley Ducky. Paisley Ducky is Anna, and Anna is absolutely the sweetest. I ordered a bag, a big one, and since I am never really in a hurry, and Anna was not feeling her best, and well, we chat a lot. It was like, you take your time, please. Suffering from depression, I know how it feels. I know how it feels to have no energy to even take care of yourself. And I'm like, please take care of yourself first, and then make my bag, because it was a custom order. So I was totally fine with that. And well, she added this one as a gift. And inside here is a tea bag shaped pocket with a snap on it, so you have a little pocket in your teacup bag. And I'm like, oh my god, this is genius. And then that fabric with cats, it is absolutely gorgeous. And the bottom is round, and I know how crappy it is to sew in the round, so this work is absolutely bloody genius. And so pretty how she did it all. It's really good quality. It's really sturdy and stands up. So, and what I have in here is 44 gram balls of yarn, And this is berenwolle, and it's a one of a bear, so one of a kind sock yarn color. This one I got a while back from a friend, and I was like, yeah, I want to use it now. And I am knitting a pair of socks, of course, because I didn't have any simple socks on the needles anymore, and I needed something to knit on when I was like, there, I need to knit my stress away. So this is my absolute go-to. I want something simple, but I don't want full stockinette, and red is apparently difficult today. So this is a blueberry waffle sock. Biting, every time the biting, I hate it, because they are, both cats have thingies everywhere. You mean like those things? My cats are covered in it from biting each other. This was not a bite, this was just this it. My PCOS is not playing nice. But never mind, this is a blueberry waffle sock, and I have no clue who the designer of it is, because there's multiple designs with it. And I just took the pattern and made it my own. So I'm doing a cuff down sock with a heel flap heel and gusset, and just simple, my own favorite at the moment. I say at the moment because it was toe up first and now it is cuff down. But maybe someday I will return to toe up as a favorite. It both has its advantages, so I don't really want to pick a favorite, but I do like a good cuff down sock with my own recipe. Then in my Stephen and Penelope Ish Amsterdam bag, I have my Rainbow Party cardi, and I didn't do a lot, and I'm almost losing my stitches, so back on the needles. Oh, Binks! This is how much I did. Probably about an inch. Yeah, probably about an inch. Yarn I'm using is Colourful Smooth Sock in the Quirky Rainbow colorway. And the pattern is by Stephanie Lotven, also known as Tellybean Knits. Here you can see how it looks on her Rainbow Party cardi. I've been really careful with knitting those long rows, mostly purling those long rows because of my shoulder. And I've only picked it up when I was bored or didn't have anything else to do or didn't want to get up, because there was a cat on my lap and my blueberry waffle socks were not within hand reach. Lazy people, you know? Oh no, just very nice cat people, that's it. I'm knitting these on Higher Sharp interchangeables 3.75mm at the moment. There's gonna be changes in needle size 2 times, so there's 3 sizes of needles involved in this. And yeah, I really want to wear it. It feels really nice at this gauge, apparently, this light fingering yarn. So I wish I could knit more on it. I guess this will be one of my go-to projects during the renovation. Might be very helpful. I have used up I think about 100 grams. I'm alternating skeins. This one I took off. This one does not have a lot of speckle. This one has a really lot of speckle. And this one again is somewhere in the middle. Not really a lot of speckle sometimes. But I was like, if I'm gonna do this heavy speckle with this one for a bit, and then maybe go back to that one, or maybe save this one for the sleeves and have the sleeves, because of the shorter rounds, they might pull a little bit more. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna keep knitting with these two balls at the moment, and then I'll see when I will change it or not. It's not a really long cardigan, so I might just be able to pull it off. And I never know how much yarn I need for sleeves because I haven't knit that many garments before. So it's just trial and error and wait and see. Let me get a sip of coffee. I made myself an oat latte. And apparently Binks needs to be very vocal again instead of just sleeping in the sun. He really is a silly, silly puss. So let me get my notes and see. Yeah, those were my projects. Like I said, I've been also working on my designs. I have finished all the swatches and I'm going to cast on design number 3 very, very soon. Probably even before I finish my Sock Madness round 1 socks, just because work knitting is different than pleasure knitting. And I do have to keep in mind that I have to work first and then do Sock Madness. I have the time this round, so I could just do that. Yeah, as far as designs, I am looking for volunteer test knitters. I am not ready to send it out to you guys yet, but I thought if you want to be a test knitter, just let me know in a private message and with your size and your knitting experience and stuff. Best is to do that on Ravelry. So I would really like, if you are a test knitter, that you are active on Ravelry and use it and have a project page up for it when it is done, etc. So people can see how it looks when other people knit it and not just my sample. Yeah, working on it. It's gonna be the Granny Pen collection. I'm not sure if I already told that, but I think I'm ready to tell you guys. And it's an homage to my grandmother Pen, that's her name. And yeah, she has lots of beautiful garments, cardigans mostly, with cable patterns in it, and she did that all from the top of her head. Never used a pattern, just knit it, and I thought it would be nice to document those patterns. So when she's not here anymore and her cardigans don't fit anyone and, God forbid, get thrown away, I already told them, don't throw them away, I want to have them. I want to remake them and make a pattern from it, but that's big future call. I'm not gonna do garments designing now because I really don't have a clue what I'd be doing. But socks I can do, so I'm changing it up a little, adding my own and making beautiful cable socks. I have 4 patterns planned and actually already have some options for other designs, but they're not in the collection, and I'm really looking forward to finally share them with you. But first I have to knit those socks and survive a renovation. So, but that was just the backstory. They are all related to memories of my childhood and my grandparents or grandmother. So it's really nice to have those memories again. Spinning. I told you last time I didn't really like the orange Coburger Fox. I actually sent it to a new home already. It's on its way to Angela. And I have picked this one, and this is BFL. And it is absolutely as bright as you can see it on screen. It is screaming pink with a little bit of purple. I dyed this and I was like, whoa, this one is really bright, but I really love it. And I absolutely loved spinning it. This was just smooth sailing like I want my spinning to be. So BFL is okay for Carolien. These are still singles and I'm probably gonna do a 2-ply. It's not too thick. It's really nice. I'm not sure if you can see that. Maybe here. That one thread going sideways. I think it's nice as a thinner 2-ply, maybe for a gnome hat or something. I don't even know how many grams it is. Could be 10, could be 20, I have absolutely no clue. But it's fine. I'll make something fun of it. And that orange will probably also be something fun. Maybe it will be a nose and hands or something for the gnome. It's absolutely possible. I hardly ever drink coffee, but we had some special espresso with chocolate. And I hardly drink coffee, I mean caffeinated coffee, because I do drink decaf mostly once a day. A latte. But yeah. Now we had one with chocolate flavor and I was like, I want that. So then we are at acquisitions. It's a really good day today, apparently. Normally Binks would come on my lap, but now he just wants to terrorize his sister. His sister's really mean at the moment. Look, she's like in heat, but doesn't have the organs anymore to be in heat. Like, what you hear is Lair. Seriously, cat. They are really mean and fighting. Oh. Sorry for this. I will just continue and ignore it now. Here is the big bag from Paisley Ducky. Look at it. This is the Space Cats bag. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Here's the logo again. Binksje, laat Lair nou met rust. And here I have all my other acquisitions, so I'm gonna grab them out. You're gonna have a little preview. So I can show you the inside of the bag, because it's really, really nice. I mean, you can take off the handle. You can add stitch markers or little snips, etc. on this ring. And look at that fabric. It is silver and it feels really, really, yeah, coated. It feels really, really nice. This is the big pocket with a snap. And this fabric is sparkly. It's like a universe and in aqua-ish. And then on the other side there's also a pocket, a 3-way pocket with the cat fabric. Look, pocket, pocket, and pocket. So you can put in other things like pens and scissors and anything. And Binks lost from his sister, so this is him complaining. Binksje! Yeah! He's looking at me like, Mommy, you did not help me. Oh, he needs a little love from his mommy. Oh well. Here is her logo again. And a lovely, lovely message on the inside. And that teacup bag I showed you. But that wasn't all. Because, well, it was around the time of my birthday that she shipped it. And she added a little extra. Look at this. A Space Kitty pin. I love it. Absolutely love it. Really. Thank you so much, Anna. This is a limited edition enamel pin by Tokyo Bunny. And the website is boardink.com. Really, really love it. But then there's the thing that absolutely made me cry. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Binks and Lair And here you can see my chair, orange and red, and this is probably my dress because they're lying on my lap, sleeping, being the best, or being nice, a lot nicer than now. Isn't that amazing? She made this a watercolor and I just don't have words for it. It's so nice. And on the back there's a message for me, happy birthday, and well, I really love it. So thank you very much, Anna, for doing that. So a really beautiful bag, and I actually had 4 skeins of yarn in here already, and it was by no means full, so this is a good sized bag. Really huge. Then we have something I kept from you all February. Like I told you, I would show undercover orders, Clan of Igors, a month later every time. So here is the Igor from February, and it is called Renfield, and it is inspired by Dracula. And what do we expect with Dracula? Yes, blood. So red and black speckles and really nice blood red. I really like vampire movies. So, and there was also a little extra. There was a mini of killer tomatoes, and this is in her squirm base, so the sock base, 80% merino, 20% nylon. Absolutely suitable for anything else than socks, and absolutely fine, but I just really love socks in that base. And this is Mighty Merino, so 100% superwash merino. Also fingering, same length, so 400 meters. But this is so much more plump than this one. It's really funny to see how different twists and stuff work. But again, really nice, and also some extra info on Dracula the movie and the colorway, and also about that apparently Dracula in Spanish. So very nice. And I also have March already. It's very cool again, but I will show that to you in April. Hopefully I can. I mean, it is the 22nd today. 22nd. So in 14 days, it will be the week before we start. So my living room might be a bit less full. We will be packing up stuff soon. And yeah, we'll see if I have time to do it by then. Then I snagged a nice sale. I have here 3 skeins of Spincholine yarn, and these 3 skeins are merino cashmere nylon, and it is so soft. This one really needs to squish in your face. So yeah, it's a good thing I don't wear makeup. I can squish it all. The colorway is called Bos Nymph, or probably Forest Nymph translation. It was on sale because she had quite some in-stock yarns, and she was going to do more dyed to order and more other bases. So this was one of her bases. She's only gonna do dyed to order, and the other bases will be in-stock bases. But I'm very happy with it. I'm thinking of making a sweater with it, but 3 skeins is not enough for my plus size body. So I have to find something I can add. I am contemplating if I want to do a zwijk, but a zwijk might need 4 skeins for my size, but maybe I can manage if I do a short sleeved swag. I'm not sure yet. Might be nice. Any suggestions? Very welcome. I'm not sure if the wildly variegated would really match the swag patterning, so I'm afraid that it might be better to do it swag in a semi-solid-ish yarn. I say ish because semi-solid and me, I think it's boring, but maybe I should do a little bit more semi than solid. That would help. Or something interesting in the base, that could also help. I have a Donegal yarn that I have in mind for it. Oh, time. Very, very pretty. Check her out. And then, I guess that was all I wanted to show you. Okay, then I can tell you about my studio. We have started the building of the kitchen there, and I was hoping to have it finished by now, but it isn't. We were having some trouble. The kitchen is 1 centimeter wider than the bit on the wall because I measured it higher up instead of on the floor. We have floor heating in the bathroom and it's coming out on the other side of the wall, and that will be my dye studio. And on the floor it is coming out, and then it's a bit this, and it is that 1 centimeter difference. I was like, crap. So we have to find a solution for that, and that is why we cannot attach the kitchen to the wall yet. And we have water, we have a drain. It was done in 45 minutes and it worked splendidly. And Robert fixed the wall again. It's not 100% perfect, but I am absolutely fine with how we did it. It's just perfectly fine for me. It's behind the kitchen. You can't see it, and he will probably just put some plaster on it anyways. Yeah, we have to solve this, and I will put in a photo of how it looks now and how it looked when we finished building the kitchen and put on the countertop for show, because of course the sink had to go in there as well. We had to make the hole, etc, etc. But for that night we were done. It was St. Patrick's Day and it was time to grab a Guinness. Yeah, not much else to show you there. It's just a big mess. What I do want to tell you is that there's a wonderful coupon code by Frog Peak Creations. It's Colourful 15 and it will give you 15% off all her project bags in her Etsy shop, frogpeakcreations.etsy.com. And I'm really looking forward because I will see Monique in about 2.5 months. So when all the renovation is done, we will meet. She's coming from Canada and she will be in the Netherlands for a good few weeks. I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe she will make a guest appearance, or I can make some vlog footage or something for the podcast. There's also still a coupon code in my Etsy shop. Sock Madness will give you 10% off of everything in the shop. So enjoy it while it lasts. It will last somewhere in May. I do not know the exact date, but you have time. And yeah, I guess with that we're at the end. You can guess I don't dye at the moment because it's just crazy busy and I don't have a space for it. I don't want to do it in our kitchen because, well, it's all stuffed and full, and I can't go upstairs yet, and I want to keep that kitchen clean for when we renovate, and downstairs is totally empty and I want to use my dye kitchen as a real kitchen. So it's just a bit hectic and crazy, and I thought I'd focus on designing and on my mental health and just keep my sanity with all the planning of the renovation. I am the renovations manager. I have to do all the planning. So Robert is just going to his work and talks to me sometimes in the evening about it, but the rest I have to arrange all the things. I have to do all the meetings. Sometimes he has to be here, when, like today, half the floor had to go out, and well, I can't do that. He has to do that. So, but it was fine. It was nice that he was here. But let me just stop rambling and go editing so I can maybe pop this on this weekend. And I will see you again soon, I hope. Bye bye.